So here I am in a random field, just changing into my running gear. Oh, I got so many rocks in my shoe. Literally, like I'm in the middle of nowhere. I needed to find a place where it was quiet, where there wasn't anyone around, because where I'm gonna run is, it's kind of, there is this trail that runs in all of through this subdivision, but it's all like on trail, so it's cool, but there's just a lot of people that could be around, so I couldn't find a place to change. So yeah, here I am. I forgot how hard it is to run on the trails. It has been a long time since I've run on the trails. Just being literally on the roads for like months and months, and probably like, or was it June? I don't know, I got humbled. That was hard. But now I'm in a whole new place. I am so lost, I don't know where I'm going. Once again, here are the 3 reasons why I struggle to race. And it's not what you think. Oh, this is a big hill. Okay, maybe I'll talk about this when I'm at the top. Oh my God. Oh my. I'm gonna be out of breath when I get to the top of this one. Oh God. Oh God. I feel like such a failure in my running when I get on the trails. I literally feel so flippin' crushed. These things are so hard. Which leads into the first thing, which leads in to the first point. I'm full of excuses. Well, in my head I am. So sometimes I just don't want to talk about it. Don't want to go down that road. But I have to. If I'm going to do a 100-miler, there is no excuse. So let's start with our first point. Now that I can't breathe. Yeah, I know my heart rate's through the roof. So the first reason I don't run very many races is I use my work as a excuse to not do it. Hear me out. For me to run the races that I want to run, I have to drive to where they are. So if it's on a Saturday or if it's on a Sunday, which is typically when all the races are, my job kind of takes me to all kinds of places, right? So like I work with clients and we're not always in the same town. Sometimes we're like an hour away, hour and a half away, sometimes 2, sometimes only 10 minutes, right? It just all depends on which clients I'm working with. And so for me to book off the time when someone is relying on me to find a place for them to live in, and we have a deadline, I have to put this aside. Like I have to put like my personal endeavors aside. I'm self-employed, so I have to make sure that my clients come first when it comes to a situation of there's a timeline involved, because I don't want to let my clients down. I want to make sure that they're well looked after. Here's the thing, if I'm going to be running a marathon and it's in October, which is like, could be months and months and months away, and I may not even have these particular clients that I'm helping, I may not even have them as a client at the time that I would have booked, you know, this race, and go, look, I have to put the big pebbles in the glass first, because those are me. That's like things that I have to do for my well-being, my sanity, my mental health, you know, my family, right? The big things like birthdays and anniversaries and date night, and like I have to put the big things in vacations. Not that I've been on a vacation anytime soon, but I have to put the big things into perspective first. And then what I can do is I can start filling the glass with smaller pebbles, right? And smaller pebbles can be like mundane tasks that I need to do. Like on Wednesdays, I got to go grocery shopping, or on this particular night, I have to help this person, or whatever it is, right? Because these are like static things that happen in my life that are, it's just always going to be like that. Sand, right? When I put in sand, that kind of packs up my schedule, right? It puts in all of the things that I wouldn't have, you know, that's really just kind of work-related stuff, right? Things that, you know, haven't happened yet, could happen in the future, whatever it is, and that all gets filled in. But then the last thing that can go in the glass, because it's still not full, is water. Water can go in the glass. And water is the emergencies. It's about all the things that could happen. If I have somebody and they're like, I need to put in an offer and on a place right now, I need to buy this place, I need somewhere to live, and we're doing it right now. That there, that's the water. So then my glass is full. Once my glass is full, there is no more. And that's where I have to rely on help. That's where I go to my business partner and say, listen, I need help. I'm packed. There's no time to do whatever. This is what you need to do for me if you can. And typically that's like, I have a hard time asking for help. You know, I've seen it, you know, I grew up, you kind of see it as a weakness. I just want to push through. I can do it on my own, blah, 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 the whole thing, right? So these are things that I'm working to overcome. And it's kind of ingrained in my brain. But anyways, it is what it is. So that's the excuse of, you know, not being able to go sign up for races that I want to run. Now there's a second reason, and the second reason isn't as long. I'm enjoying running slowly, and I get a little nervous after I've just been training slow for so long, and I just don't want to push it because I don't want to pick up an injury. Look, I know it may sound strange saying that, but that's just kind of the reality that I go through when I think about this. It's like, I just don't want to get hurt and I'm lost again because it's a dead end. See? Dead end. So I just don't want to get hurt. So again, I use that as a crutch, as an excuse to not do a race. Guys, comment below and let me know what some of your excuses are of why you don't do something, whether it's running or racing or, you know, in your own personal life. Like, what do you struggle with and what do you go through? Like, how do you solve that? So comment below. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions. Last reason that I don't do a lot of races is kind of feel guilty. You know, I'm taking the time away where I could spend time with my wife, do some work around the house, help her out, you know, whatever she needs help with. And yeah, she would not want me to feel like that, and it's not something that she puts on me. She always says to me, make sure you get your run in for the day. So then when I talk about signing up for a race, she's like my biggest supporter. She's like, yeah, go ahead. Find that race, sign up for it. It would be awesome. But I don't. I look at things that aren't there sometimes. And so I kind of say, well, my wife needs me. I need to look after her, make sure she's all good. But at the end of the day, what's going to make her happy is if I go ahead and I do the things I need to go ahead and do. It's just the way it is. So sometimes I got to change that thought pattern of what I go through. So what am I going to do to fix my issues? What am I going to do to overcome these excuses that I keep making for myself? Well, the number one thing is I have to get better at putting the big boulders in the glass first. You know, putting a priority on me is number one, right? Like, I just have to do it, just like I do when I go out for a morning run, right? Because no one's bothering me. I have no commitments first thing in the morning. Just make it happen. I just need to do the same thing when it comes to racing. You know, it's only one day. It's even half a day in some cases. So I just have to put the big boulder in the glass. It's number one. The second thing I need to do to overcome my worry about injury is to accept the fact that I'm a runner and it's gonna happen. It doesn't matter if you're running slow or you're running fast. It's just gonna happen. Wiping out twice in a span of a week. Ah, geez, I don't even know what that looks like. I can't even see it. All I know is I fell in the same damn thing. Oh God, that hurt. Oh my God. Ow. Ow. That's the reality of it. However, there are things that I can do to kind of stay strong, and that's continue to do strength training and vary up my training. Like, so instead of literally just running slow all the time, maybe I need to get out on the trail a little bit more and start adding in some hills, some different terrain, because you use so many different muscles when you're running on trails. Like, I've done like a tempo run, I've done a test. I know what I can do. It's just a matter of not being so, see what I mean? Look at that, roots and rocks, right? So I just need to just bite the bullet and not worry about what could happen, but just run, just do what brings me joy. And yeah, I wiped out the other day even running slow. So look, it doesn't matter if I'm running fast, I'm running slow. If there's a rock or a root, I'm going down one way or the other. God, that's a long way up. Is that? I've been so turned around and lost on this trail. I think I keep hiking up this huge hill multiple times, but it's good for me. Hold on, let me get to the top and catch my breath. And guys, if you're getting any benefits from these videos, give me a like, comment, and share. It means a lot. The next excuse I have to fix is I can't worry about what other people are gonna think. Like my wife, look, she keeps supporting me, she keeps wanting me to get out and run. I just have to believe that's always true. And I know that it is, but I just stop. So having a conversation with my wife to say, hey, you know what, I struggle with this. You know, is there anything else we can do to figure it out? Like, you say that you're okay with me going out to run, but why do I feel like the way I feel, right? I mean, I just don't want to be away from, I mean, I love her. I don't want to be away from her, right? So, and she supports me all the time and she's amazing. I just don't know why I put that kind of guilt on me. I don't understand where it comes from. So that's something I have to work through. Okay, so seriously guys, I have 4 different ways I can go. Like, there's no sign, there's no map. I honestly can go eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and I have no idea where any of these leads. None. I'm so lost. I'm so turned around. And everywhere I look, there's big hills hidden behind the trees. So I think that's for me to figure out. So I love Zone 2 training. I think it's great. I think there's a lot of other things I can be doing as well that will help my running. But if you're kind of starting out, if you're going through that process of trying to decide if this is something for you, right? Look it up. This video right here, I think it'll help. I'm so lost. Where the heck am I?